welcome. Right, I'm just doing what I usually do and making sure everything else is in the background, basically. And yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome to Monday's live stream. It's weird. It's weird, like I say. It's always weird coming back after a weekend off. But yeah, kind of not really much you can do about it, really. I just don't get time over the weekends. Right. I am having a brain fart today. Completely forgotten what the hell I was streaming. Do you know what? I literally just can't figure this out. Right. This is weird. It is not going live apparently on. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on here, guys. Yeah. I'm at 25. Yeah, having to find another workaround, guys, because as soon as my ban was up, I instantly got apparently banned again from TikTok for the stream elements. Now, I know it is actually an issue, because it's been mentioned in the stream elements group, and it is a TikTok issue. Right, let's try that. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Yeah, a couple of minutes. Right, it's definitely connected. People are appearing in there. So, right, that is really weird. That might work then. Let's try this for the date and see how long it is before this one gets taken out. Apparently, keyframe seconds are too late. Well, that's not my problem, to be honest. I've done all that. I think. Yeah, we're using Restream today then, guys. I need to go back to one piece of software. That's the problem, and I've not been able to do that. And just can't get Streamlabs for some reason to connect to. Yeah, I just can't get Streamlabs to connect to the streamer portal. So I can't even use Streamlabs as a backup. Mel doesn't have TikTok integration at all, so that like really does suck at the moment. So limited to how we can go live. And to be honest, the standard software, the TikTok Studio, is just so poor. So poor. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is going to do this. I've got no way of knowing how to watch my own live stream. How bad's that? I've been streaming here for how long now, and I still don't know how to watch my own live stream. That is really bad, to be honest. There it is. There it is. I found it. Literally, right. Synchronity has just told me that I've just joined my own chat. Yeah, no, shock. That is crazy. Right, well, that is going to be the stream I watch today. Then I will watch the TikTok stream. I always watch a stream in the background, guys. Always have done. Always will do. Right, so we've got into a new month already then, guys. So I'm not really sure what we've got to do this month. I've got to figure this out. That'd be nice, but we don't need it. That'd be nice, we don't need it. Don't need it. Can't afford it. I'd love that. Why does everything have to have like 51 hours on it? I wouldn't mind that though, to be fair. Right, I genuinely have got no idea, because like I say, the weekend has always appeared. I've got no idea. I've got no idea what I'm doing today. I don't even know what month I'm in. I'm in May. I don't think that's not a month to do anything. That is not a month to do anything. So no. So yeah, we are. We're gonna be looking around at the jobs again today, by the look of it. Alright, so we do what we always do. First thing is first, I will go to the castle. We can't be far away from the castle. Oh, the scaffolding's coming down. Right, we need to deliver some more cement bags, guys. We are 1 cement bag short. We've got to buy a whole pack of cement bags. A whole 1,000 litres. Technically, this says we have enough. But I don't believe that. I've had this before in the past on other builds. And sometimes if it says you've got 1 extra, sometimes that means you don't actually have enough to finish. So there's only one way to find out, I suppose. We can either let it run down and hopefully maybe delay us, or we can kind of just see how it goes. As you can see, guys, looking very smooth today, actually. Smooth. Yeah, just really weird. Went onto TikTok live this morning and apparently it was like, you got banned yesterday, and it was like, wow, the stream elements thing still isn't fixed. And yeah, just trying to find other ways to go live. So I'm not really sure how well and what the quality of this stream is going to be like. TikTok viewer point of view. All I know is well, my 3D printer's collaborating. All I know is that I found another way to do it, and hopefully this will work temporarily. Hopefully this will work temporarily. It needs to work. Long story short, it needs to work. But yeah, TikTok like support is no use whatsoever. It was like, you know, can you help me with this problem? And they're like, oh no, basically that just means you're banned. I'm like, yeah, but if I was banned, why can I go live on TikTok Studio? And they're like, oh, well, you shouldn't be able to. I'm like, yeah, so I'm not banned then. Your AI system's just bugging out over the and then obviously stream elements have put a post in, and that I think on Thursday, Friday, and they were like, yeah, you know, we know a lot of people are getting banned. It's literally nothing to do with them. It's how their algorithm works, and it's controlled by AI, and it's basically a case of waiting for them to fix it, if they can even fix it. Hopefully they can though, guys. Hopefully they can. The trailer is a mod, dude. Yeah, it is the I4 Williams pack on King's mod. PC only, as you can imagine. No branding for I4 Williams on. We've got a lot in here. That's why I'm just doing it with Super Strength now, guys. We finally got to the stage where yeah, we just make so much money and so much wood. Right, we've got 3 more of these. I think we're going to have to sell this in sections. I really do. I think we're going to end up having to sell these in sections. There's 2,800 litres, so there's at least 1 more now to come, and then we're not far off. We've almost got another pallet of planks, and we've almost got another pallet of long planks. Come on, spawn for me. Spawn for me, my jungle friend. There it is. There it is. There. Right, so let's go on to there. This is gonna be a little. Do you know what? Is it worth just doing these in loads, like separate loads? Like let's take the long planks and let's take half of the pallets, and then we kind of know what we're going to be getting on the second load as well. I think that works out easier. But yeah, guys, I'm not using TikTok Live Studio today, so because I found this other workaround, I can tell you now, like the frameage, the smoothage, it's just a million times better than it is when you use TikTok Studio. Like I said, I'd have no problems using TikTok Live Studio, but every time you open it, it opens technically as an administrator, and it just hogs resources it doesn't need. Like you're streaming 1080. Why are you using more resources than OBS that is currently streaming in 2K and recording in 4K. That's just not needed. So, you know what I mean? That's why we've always kind of had to find a way to stream this way. Yo, dude, thank you for the follow. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I do concentrate when I'm just loading this trailer. I am on the Kinlaig map, guys, at the Highlands Fishing DLC. I do reply to every comment, and I can just get a little bit distracted when I'm loading stuff up. I think everyone can do that. Wasn't going to play farming today, was going to play a completely different game. To be honest, couldn't be bothered. I woke up this morning and it was just like... to be honest, just had a bit of a shitty weekend, and it was like, well, I'd rather just play something chill and relaxing, and hopefully it works. And yeah, it seems to be working. It's a lot nice. Granted, we've only got like the 74 frames, but we are technically playing on max 4K, and that's how it should be. And like I say, while recording, streaming twice, and yeah, this is how it should be. I can't get over how delayed the stream is. For 5 seconds. Right, so we basically got this trailer load to move again. So it gives us a rough idea of what each trailer load is going to be worth by selling this one. I know wood's not maybe the best price this time of year, but you know, it is what it is. 18, 19, 90, yeah, do you know what? It's basically 20 grand. Basically 20 grand. That's not great. That was a lot of wood for only 20 grand. I just wanna point that out. A lot of wood for 20 grand. Yeah, guys, welcome into the stream, everybody. I have kind of done the stream a little bit differently today. I normally have like a little picture at the bottom, but yeah, I basically just decided to clone the source and put it like as a bit of a blur, basically, kind of see how that works. That might even be the reason why we're only getting 80 frames and not 90 now, because it's technically showing the same frame twice. Yeah, I didn't want to go too mental with restream, but yeah, I'm not paying for it. I'm just using the free version. So you are limited to what you can get and what you can do with it. But hey, it seems to be working. It seems to be working up to now. I need to take my daily vitamin. Really, really do. No growth on our trees again. I don't know how long trees are supposed to take to grow. I know trees obviously do take a while to grow in real life, but still. We've got another long plank, 943 litres away. Wow. That's crazy. Right, so we're just going to do a really bad stacking job on this. So we had 6 long planks, we've only got 5 of these, but we are going to have another, trying to work this out, guys, trying to work this out in my head. We do have another one of those, so we've got the same amount of planks going as well. Yeah, we've got 1 long plank to due in about 50 litres time, approximately 50 litres time. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Definitely want to get that. Although saying that, we can always wait for that at the end. I think these long planks are worth a little, these wooden beams, sorry, are worth a little bit more anyway. Alright, 2 more to go. Yeah, that's another 10 litres of that long plank. Yeah, I think we'll leave the long plank until the very end. I think we'll just leave it to the very end. Right, so we've got 10,000 litres once again. So, yeah, this should be it. This should easily be another 20 grand. Like I say, unfortunately, we have lost some money due to the loans. But, you know, we're getting there. The soybeans will also be nearly ready to sell as well, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, we have nearly got enough fields to just run our farm. Just want to try and buy a small field. Oh, dude, thank you for the follow. Just want to buy a small field for grass. At least if we got grass, we can start dealing with cows. Ideally, we were supposed to deal with all the full pallets as and when we got them. But unfortunately, with the way the farm is now, we've kind of got to that stage where everything gets delayed. Pallets stack up and everything like that. There's not much we can do about that now. Unfortunately, it's just the stage of the farm. It is, yes. Kinlaig, it is. It's an absolutely fantastic map to play on. Fantastic map to play on. Right, so, let's go over there. Let's go over there. And boom. Don't mind me, I dropped something. Wow, we got more. Yeah, wooden beams are definitely worth a lot more money then, guys. Definitely. Right, so we are kind of looking around these areas. Now, at the moment, we own field 10. And at the moment, we own field 13. We haven't had these fields long. If I was to sell that now, it would give me 270 something thousand. Ideally, I want to buy this field. This doesn't potentially earn us in a very good yield. Let me move this over to the middle. Only earns me like a 94 yield potential. But look how big this awesome field is. I kind of want to sell. Field 10 after harvest, and then buy field 17. So that would give us 250. Let's just call it 150 in the bank. We've got 148. 250, 350, 250. Yeah, so 280 grand just if we sell field number 10. I know we'd lose a bit of yield here, but look at the size field we'd gain from this. Or we can basically just go and buy field 9 or buy field 14. Those are our only options, really. We do technically have almost enough money to buy this one. Yeah, kind of just delaying things with myself at the moment. I'm always arguing and fighting with myself and everything else. So let's have a look over here. So we need to find the price of the soybeans and the best price. The best price for soybeans is 1188. So that is technically next month. But as you can see, the price is rising. You never know, Logistics Centre West might just pick up as best price today. Or Goldcrest Valley, whatever it is. Best map ever made? Yeah, I do genuinely think so as well, dude. I love the fact that you have to build the grain mill on the map. I really do like that. Having to build stuff before you can even use it. Yo, Brad, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, I had a really crappy weekend, guys, to be honest. Yeah, I was going to play a different game today, but I just needed a game I could just chill out on. You know what I mean? Try and improve my mood. My mood from Saturdays kind of just spread to Sunday, and now it's kind of spread to Monday. And yeah, I just thought, well, if I play farming today, and we can always play another game another day. It's just trying to improve the mood with a relaxing game, basically. But to be honest, it's not working. It's not working. Is over here. I knew that would be ready. Right, if you remember a long time ago now, guys, when we used to own field or plot of land 51, we plant. Yo, dude, thank you for the follow. We planted these trees now about 2 years ago, and they've not grown a single thing. So if you plant a tree in a piece of land and sell it, it would appear it stops the trees from growing. Which, to be honest with you, really does suck. If you come down here, we've got trees planted here. Yeah, this is kind of a test really to see which tree does grow. And yeah, like I said, it just doesn't seem to grow anymore. Right, field 8 is now a weeding contract. So yeah, we are gonna be jumping onto some weeding very soon. 21. That's too far to move with that. So yeah, let's have a look at this. 45, 7, and 8. I don't mind 7 and 8. Seven's not really worth it, to be honest. Yeah, guys, thank you for all the follows today. I do appreciate everybody hanging out with me once again. 43 and 45. So we are now starting to get more contracts. Okay, so we will do the weeding on 43 and 45. Yeah, I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but obviously I weren't going to go all that way for one. And now we've got literally 2 fields opposite. So the best thing we can do right now is just go back to the farm, pick the weeder up, and yeah, just do these 4 contracts. We might as well start at the ones at the top of the field, top of the map, just because I think there might be some more jobs eventually appear. Yeah, I'll tell you what though, guys, the stream is working very, very well. Using Restream today, so that's another way if Stream Elements is working. Works rather nicely. Yeah, feeling a bit stuffy as well, guys. But I just had a really down weekend. Yeah, I feel all congested today. Proper, just nasally, just. Yeah. Right, we'll pick a little bit of fuel up as we drive past. Come on, fuel gauge. And that is just about full. There we go. £366 in fuel, and we only put like a quarter of a tank in. Maybe just over a quarter. Yeah, got a feeling I'm gonna get lag here because the trees are just very resource hungry. The map is called Kinlaig and it's part of the Highlands Fishing DLC. But yeah, look at that. Look, start the game at 4:30 in the morning. It's now just coming up to 6 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, we're starting our contract, we're starting the jobs. I think this works out very, very well indeed. Plenty of time to do work, plenty of time to earn a little bit of money, plenty of time to possibly buy a new field. But yeah, next month, guys, in June, is basically the beginning of harvest, and that is probably going to be quite a busy time for us now. We definitely won't be doing any harvesting contract while we've got work to do in our fields. We do have an empty field though, and that it's sucked leaving it empty for such a long time. I think it's been empty for nearly a year, but unfortunately it just doesn't line up with wheat, barley, and I could have put oats in it. but the oat turnaround from harvesting to replanting, say, wheat or barley is literally minute. It's so close. But at least this way we can, always wanted to play these games and my kind of games, but I have no idea what to do after 1 hour. Well, that depends how you start the game, pal. I always start as like a nobody, no money, things like that, and then I do a lot of contracts, and it keeps the money rolling in. The money from the contracts then gives me the money to buy more land, and yeah. Yes, we are stuttering just here. We've always stuttered here, guys. This has been... I think this is because of the shadows and how many trees are in this area. I don't think that's going to get fixed at any point. Yeah, I love playing this game. Like I say, I was going to do some snow running today, and then it was just like... I wasn't in the mood for a lorry tipping over every 2 minutes if I drove like a bit of an idiot. So I thought, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do farming since I had a crappy weekend. I'm going to try again. It's just finding time now with 5 kids and work. Yeah, I know what you mean, dude. I've got 3 kids, but two of them's got autism and one's got severe special needs. But the good thing I've got right now is during the day, because we run an online Etsy store and we do like a few other side hustles. We do get a chance to play during the day when there are like schools and colleges and stuff. Dude, thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome. Right, we have 5 followers in. We always seem to get on average about 10 followers a live stream now, which is absolutely brilliant. But yeah, we're 5 already, and we've been live for like 27 minutes. Technically, we've only been live for about 25 minutes, but it took me a while to figure out restream for TikTok. But yeah, you get the idea. You get the idea. Yeah, sorry if you can hear any background noise today, guys. My printer's kind of going, my 3D printer's going nuts today. It's, I did an auto calibration and it makes a weird wooing noise when it's making round things, and it's currently making me a new spool. Yo, dude, thank you for the boxing gloves, man. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you for the roses as well, my friend. I get it, hard work, I'm on paternity leave and get less time than ever. Yes. Yeah, it's funny, innit? You get less time when you're not at work. Hot damn! Hot damn! Yeah, guys, thank you for the roses, my friend. Wow, they are still increasing in roses. Thank you for the 49 roses, dude, and thank you for the 10 coins, Jimmy. I do appreciate that, dude. Dude, thank you for liking the stream as well, guys. I never ask people to like and donate and things like that, guys, but I do massively appreciate everything, man. Yeah, I know we've already done this bit, guys. I'm just kind of well, to be honest, I'm trying to figure out how to do this field where I can actually see the weeds I'm supposed to be getting rid of, because I can't see shite. I'm not gonna lie, I can't see shite. Right. Yeah, guys, thank you for the likes, thank you for the follows, thank you for the coins as well. I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you very, very much. We do that. I think we're gonna have a bit of an overlap here, but there's not really much I can do about it. I've kind of got to figure out a way of going up and down here without wasting too much time. James, dude, thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome everybody. Thank you for liking the stream as well, dude. Hello, welcome. Yeah, welcome in everybody. Welcome in everybody.
Damn!
Yo, Stuart, dude, thank you for the heart, my dude. I do appreciate it, man. Welcome back to the stream, dude. Is that a TA? It says it is. It's a T8040. It's part of the new Highlands Fishing DLC tractors. So I don't know if that classes it as a T8. But yeah, I do believe so. Guys, it's only a few more weeks now until the start of the Formula 1 season. Woo! Yeah, Formula 1. Yeah. Looking forward to Formula 1 coming back. Missed it, to say the least. I am, dude, yes. I am indeed. That's why my little Etsy shop is full of, well, it's getting full of Formula 1 and McLaren merch and stuff. Working on the Red Bull stuff, but had to wait for the correct colours to arrive. No, to be fair with you, pal, I've been a McLaren fan since the Mika Hakkinen days. You know, when it was Hakkinen and Coulthard. You know, with the old black and silver West cars. No, I can't stand that. Mr. Flo is a Max Verstappen fan, but in fairness, he is Dutch, he's Mr. Flo, so that'll be why. I'm a Merc fan, can't stand Verstappen, yeah. Don't get me wrong, there isn't a team I hate. Well, to be fair, I don't like Red Bull. One, I don't like Max Verstappen, and two, I think they shat on Yuki. I think Yuki deserved better. So yeah, Red Bull can crash and burn for all I care once again this year. Still don't like them. Yeah, exactly, to be honest with you, yeah. I see, Formula 1 gets people talking. Just released a new Formula 1 coaster set on my Etsy actually. So you get 6 coasters, and the actual coasters themselves have 6 different tracks on from around the world, like Interlagos, Monaco, Monza, Great Britain. Did I say Interlagos? I think I did. They take forever to print as well. Crazy. I did watch the F1 movie. I didn't think it was bad, actually. I weren't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did because, well, you know, Brad Pitt, old man in a Formula 1 car, do you know what I mean? With the potential and young actors in the world, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I did enjoy it more than I thought I would, actually. I didn't. I don't think it was like, oh yeah, best movie of the year. I just enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I didn't enjoy it. Yeah, really. Everyone's got their opinions, pal. Like I say, I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. Wasn't able to free up much time. Well, in fairness, I downloaded it. I don't pay to go to the cinema. Ever. To be fair, to go to a decent cinema, my town doesn't have one. You got to travel like 35 miles to go to a decent cinema. That's the 35-mile one way. Then when you get there, you got 35-mile back. Oh, God. Do you know what? I am exhausted and so tired. Really not sleeping well at the moment. So I've got myself some magnesium supplements coming. Apparently it helps with... Right, give me a minute, guys. I get to block someone on TikTok today. On Twitch today. Yeah, coming in with your spam, scam, bots and tampering. Oh, I get to report him as well. Scam. A dirty rat trying to sell viewers. I love it. Yes, and I put it in capital letters when in the report message to Twitch. I love it. Yes. Oh, and I get to block him at the same time. Nice. I love that. Hey, my oh, it's because I didn't use the command. Oh, that sucks. Because I didn't use the command to block the dirty little rats trying to sell viewers. My little block notification didn't come up. I've been up since 3 with the baby. Nah. I went to bed at 2. I was up at 7. I don't sleep as it is throughout the night. Yeah, I just don't sleep. I haven't slept well for about 15 years, to be honest. But yeah, I was doing a bit of research and try increasing your magnesium just to see if it helps. But I was like, well, I can only try, I suppose, at the end of the day. What is it, like tenner for the month? You know what I mean? So I was like, well, I'll give it a little whirl, and I got a triple magnesium. It basically magnesium. It's 3 different magnesium compounds. One helps with brain fog, which I do suffer with quite a lot. The other one is for help like sleeping and stuff. And the other one is for a slower release of energy. So I can only try it and report back in a couple of weeks when it's kind of in my system. And yeah, if I can actually sleep through the night without waking up, bonus. I have not slept like that in 15, 16, 17 years. So it'd be nice to sleep between... It'd be nice to go to bed at say 11 and wake up at like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning and actually sleep throughout the night rather than waking up like a million times. Half the problem though, I will point out, half the problem sometimes is just how warm my bedroom gets on a night. My wife has got like fleecy bedding on because, you know, she's the ice queen. And I just, yeah, I can sleep with a blanket. I don't think that helps. That's why I end up getting like too hot, and then I'm like looking for cold patches in the bed and like the pillows and stuff. And yeah, I don't think that helps, but not really much I can do about that. The map, James, is called Kinlaig. It's part of the Highlands Fishing DLC. I always like to give the Highlands Fishing information because if you go looking for it on the mod hub, you won't find it. It's DLC. It is DLC. Well, hey, Twitch have already replied to me and said, yep, we've looked at your report, we've seen that guy is selling and we've banned him. Yeah, I love it. I love it. He's been banned on Twitch already. Don't come in my streams trying to sell fake viewers. I will happily just have your account blocked. The thing is, guys, if you watch on Twitch, you have to be a confirmed member with a email or a phone number to do that shit. It's just a way of trying to keep spammers out of the chat. So that now means he's got to go looking for a new, setting up another new email. I don't know why they do it, to be honest. I really don't know why they do it. Cause What a ball it now going to have to go and set up a new email just to try and sell your fake viewers that no one's going to buy anyway. I have just haven't been on it much. Yeah, loads of weeding contracts again, guys. We end up doing a lot of weeding contracts. They are probably our biggest money makers on the farm, to be honest. But that, you know, like I say, we have to do a lot of contracts because we don't own much land. We don't, you know, apart from a few chickens, we don't really own any animals either. See, these weeds, I can actually see them, so I know where to go. It's annoying when you go to a field and you don't actually see the weed, or they're invisible. And then you're really, really struggling to with the contract. That's what I was doing, countless contracts so much. Yeah, basically that's what we do. We started this series with £100,000. So what we did is we bought the brand new JCB at 52,000. That way we had a new reliable tractor, and then we basically spent the rest of the money on second-hand machinery, and then we basically contracted to the point where we own a farm, we own a sawmill. We can get business loans, guys. Business loans though are for businesses only. But yeah, we did eventually get the money together to buy a the sawmill. Then we got the money together to buy a piece of land. So that got us our building of the castle started very early on. My castle though, guys, is only nine away from being completed. 9 away from being completed. So I'm very happy with that at the moment. I love how that has now come up as a contract in a field. But I tell you what, we might as well go and do field 14, and we're right near it. We're right near it, and then we can go through the woods to the next bunch of contracts. Yeah, I love starting with nothing. I love playing the game. Like, if I said to you, right, guys, you know, we're gonna play. Let's just say we're gonna play a new map tomorrow. We're gonna start with a farm. We're gonna start with equipment. I'd be bored after about 3 hours, because at the end of the day, if you start with everything, what am I playing for? I love the grind of it, you know what I mean? Like, we're getting to that point soon on this series where it's going to be like, right, what, you know, we've got everything we need. Yeah, this does have weeds. I can't see these ones though at the moment, but it definitely has weeds. I'll tell you one thing I like about this weeder. If you look at it from this point of view, we kind of, you know, with the width of it, we kind of know once we've done the headland roughly where to start, because well, yeah, the width of this is pretty much this one headland up to the tram line. Right, that is the headland done. I've got a feeling though I might have missed something on this head. Didn't quite get to the corner as much as I wanted. On the edge. So yeah, hopefully we haven't missed too much. Guys, I don't know who's spamming the crap out of the like button, guys, but thank you very much. I do appreciate it. That's what I contracted them. Yeah, alright. Go make sure I hadn't missed any comments. Yo, Mr. Barnsley. Mr. Barnsley, dude, are you a football fan? Because if you beat our team tonight, my team tonight, I might not be talking to you tomorrow. Just want to point out. Yeah, so if I'm live tomorrow, dude, and you win, I'd just stay away. I'll be a very sour bastard tomorrow. Yeah, we're doing though, guys. I hope we're all having a good Monday. I hope we're all having a good Monday. Guys, if anyone is curious or interested in any of the stuff I 3D print, guys, if you go onto Etsy and look for a shop called AMV Prints, yeah, I've started listing all my products on Etsy. Long story short though, guys, I am going to be creating a coffee shop where I can maybe bring the prices down a little bit. But long story short, Kofi's online store means I don't have to charge as much. Fees are not as expensive. Like if you're going to charge me, say 10% in a fee, for example, maybe I can just lower the prices down 10% instead by having a Kofi shop. But yeah, AMV Prints on Etsy. We've got some t-shirt designs on there at the moment. We've got some Formula 1 stuff. We've got some football team stuff as well. Like I say, there's not loads of products. I think there's like 25, 30 items on the shop at the moment. I've got to print them in order to get the images, so it takes a while. And I'm having to print another filament spool today because, yeah, I bought a pack of filament the other day online, and they were refills. And I got a massive deal on them. And long story short, the refills. So I need spools. So I'm currently printing spools, which has kind of delayed me for printing some items. 2-1 to Barnsley. Mr. Barnsley, man. Let me tell you now. I can already tell you now as a Liverpool fan. I don't know how much this will concern you. But I am expecting Chiesa to start, who I think is an absolutely outstanding player, to be honest. Also, Ekitike is coming back from injury. And to give you an idea, Slot pretty much confirmed in his pre-game interviews yesterday, Ekitike will most likely play as much of the game as possible to get him back to match fit. So if your defenders can keep Ekitike and Chiesa quiet, you know, and if you can nick a win playing them, fair enough. Mamadashvili will probably be in goal to give Ali a break. I'm angry Liverpool fan. Why? What's up, James? Why are you angry, dude? Why are you an angry Liverpool fan? Are you an angry Liverpool fan because you're like 5 foot tall and just a Liverpool fan? Short people seem to be angry in general. We're playing like shit. To be honest with you, yes, we are. And I'm going to say this right now, guys, and I'm going to get this out of the way. I have said since the day one, I was pleased Arne Slot won the Premier League last season. Don't get me wrong, who wouldn't be? But I said from day one, I didn't want Arne Slot as manager. And I will stick to that. And I've been calling for his firing since the day he was hired. And this season, he just proves my point. He hasn't got a fucking clue what to do with world-class players. I'm resting my thumb now. Yo, dude. Wow, there's 10,000 likes, apparently. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I didn't ask you to do all 10,000, but I do appreciate it. Oh, I wish Klopp would come back, but... You know what, with Klopp, I think, like, I don't want to say, like, oh, yeah, his problem was this. I think Klopp got burnt out with the way the English Premier League is. Like, you've got interviews like every single day. You've got this, you've got, you know what I mean? You've got all this press stuff. I think it's just draining. But what I wouldn't mind, or what I would really, really like, would you imagine if, let's just say Klopp comes in back as manager, Gerrard comes in as assistant manager. Now, I don't really rate Gerrard as a massive manager, but you imagine him learning under Klopp? That would be quite good. But then go and send Gerrard to do all the interviews and all the press releases and all that crap, so Klopp doesn't have to do it. But yeah, but I also want to point out, something was leaked after he left, after Klopp left, and I reckon, or rumour had it with players that left, Klopp told the club if that Amazon documentary went ahead, he would leave the club. The documentary went ahead, and Arne Slot said he was leaving a month later. And I wonder if the Amazon documentary also had something to do with it, because he was already overrun with all the press conferences that he didn't like to do anyway. He said from like day one that the way the English do their presses and media days, you know, he's like, there's something every day. You don't get that over in like Bundesliga and things like that. And then you had all the work to do and the team, you know, interfering with the team for the Amazon documentary that was made. I wonder if he basically went, well, no, if you do that, I'm leaving. And they called his bluff and he left. I do genuinely think that was something to do with it. He didn't want the documentary being done. And Liverpool went ahead and did it anyway. And he said, I think it was about 3.5 to 4 weeks later, he did his interview saying, I'm leaving at the end of the season. I do genuinely think it was something along those lines. But you could send Gerrard and do all the interviews. He's a proper scout anyway. It'd be my way of doing it. That's how I would do it if it was me. If Klopp said, well, look, I'll come back, but I don't want to do all the interview stuff, let Gerrard do it all. Gerrard's good in front of a camera. Basically, yeah. Last season we played the Klopp way. You could tell we played the Klopp way because it was high pressing from the word go. We pressed from the front. We didn't give him a break. This year, slot tactics. Slow the ball down and pass it sideways. If I wanted to watch the ball being passed sideways, I'd watch Brendan Rodgers' games. You know what I mean? We passed the ball sideways too much under Rodgers, under Glenn. I nearly said Glenn Hoddle, but it was not Glenn Hoddle. Rodgers, not Rodgers. Hodgson. You know what I mean? It was just, yeah, just. No thanks. I like the high pressing fast football. This style of slot football, just, it makes me not want to watch games, to be honest. Let's be fair. You watch football for the enjoyment. What's to enjoy watching slot tactics? To be honest, there isn't any. And I'd happily tell it to his face. Gerrard might slip up. Dude, you're going back like nearly 15 years, dude. You're almost like a Man United fan. Oh, you know, Ruben Amorim's gonna save us. Yeah, of course he is. Ten Hag lasted longer than Amorim. In Man United owners we trust. It's like Arsenal fans and Man U fans like, oh, Liverpool went 30 years without winning a trophy. If Arsenal don't win the Premier League this year, that'll be 21 seasons. 30 soon comes round, doesn't it, Arsenal fans? 30 years soon comes round. Man United, what is it, 13, 14 years this year? It's amazing how quickly the years rack up. The problem is, I don't think United will ever become a good team again until they get rid of the owner. I do genuinely think it is, but why would the Glaciers sell up? They make money, taking money out of the club. The club makes hundreds of millions, and they take a chunk of it. Why would you sell it? Even if the team's doing poor, you still make money. But I really need to take this vitamin. I keep looking at it and forgetting. The thing is, dude, Chelsea can spend as much money as they want. They aren't winning shit. Again, since Abramovich has no longer owned the club, I think Chelsea's got worse. I don't know. I don't know if it's like... Yeah, I don't really know what goes on with some football clubs. Like, Chelsea under Abramovich were pretty good. They were at least tight. They were at least trying to fight for stuff. I understand Abramovich was forced into a sale of the club. I don't think he wanted to sell the club no matter what. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it is possibly bad run club. I don't think the Chelsea manager was doing a bad job and he was still fired. To be honest, this is the highest Man U's been in months and years, and yet Amorim got fired. I just don't know what goes on. I understand with the money you spend, you need to be fighting for the top. But let's be honest, Chelsea and United haven't exactly been up to par for several years. Your first step's Champions League football. If you aren't getting Champions League football, why are you even thinking of fighting for a Premier League? You can't just be like, oh, you know, we were 13th this year. Right, next year, guys, you need to win the league. No, you need to just be in the top half first. You got to do it in baby steps. I understand, like, a club like United, such like history in it now and all that from the Fergie era and that, but I'm sorry, but you can't just be like Ruben Amorim, right, you need to win the league this year, it's your second season. No, you finished 13th. Your next priority is to get top half. Then you need to get European football. Then you need to get Champions League. You know, Amorim last season had European football. This season he didn't have it. So his aim this year is to get that European football back. Instead he was fired. I don't think, to be honest, United have done bad this season. They don't play well, but I do genuinely think they've not played bad. Considering out of like the previous years, I don't think they're too bad. Look at the league position. Well, I think the 6th or 7th now, which isn't overly great, but it's better than 13th under Ten Hag. You know what I mean? I genuinely thought under Ten Hag they were going to get relegated. Our centre back, you kind of correct him and see. Fair enough. Frog can't jump over more than one stone at once. You just got to have baby steps. Klopp, look at Klopp. Klopp's a prime example. If you think, you know, people say, oh yeah, but Klopp didn't win much as a manager at Liverpool. Did you see the team he started with? Do you know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Yeah, the team he started with to the team he left was night and day. Yeah, he only won one Premier League. But he left a second Premier League table trophy, you know what I mean, for Slot. If Klopp had stayed another season, that'd have been Klopp. That would have been 2 Premier League. He won a Champions League. Arsenal's never won a Champions League in 130 years. Let's be honest. I'm not trying to be horrible, but Arsenal fans pipe up and giving it large and stuff. It annoys me. Like, oh yeah, but you know, we went a season undefeated. I get that. That was a very good achievement. That was under Wenger, like 25 years ago. Where's your Champions League? You don't even have a conference league. You literally have no European trophy. Not even the basic one. You know what I mean? Pipe down. You know, like City. never really gave City. You always gave City that thing of, oh yeah, you know, you can win a Premier League. You know, you could win FA Cups and things like that. But you know, they get a lot more respect after they won their first Champions League. Of course you're going to. He gave Slot the Premier League. He did. I think this team Slot left. Klopp left for Slot is basically guaranteed. And the reason being is we don't have half of those players at the club anymore. Our problem though this year is, I understand Liverpool sold Kwanzaa. He wasn't doing very well. But I don't think he was... I really, really like Kwanzaa under Klopp. I don't think, from a Liverpool fan point of view, I think Slot doesn't have the press. I don't think the players respect him. I just genuinely don't think he has the... I just genuinely don't think he has the dressing room, to be honest. Yeah, little Rio needs to start more. I think he's a game changer. Oh yeah, but I want to look after our young players so they don't get burnt out. Klopp played them. Klopp made half the players Slot played. Klopp made Kwanzaa. He made Harvey Elliott. He made Curtis Jones. You know what I mean? I don't really like... I'm not the biggest Curtis Jones fan, don't get me wrong. But I think under Klopp he was a lot... You know, he came on leaps and bounds. You know what I mean? Look at Hendo under Klopp. You know what I mean? He won everything. Yeah, Henderson won. You know... Even when, because when we signed Jordan, I genuinely thought, why are we paying 25 million quid for him? And by the time when he left, I was gutted. A lot of players hate Hendo, but I always been a fan of him. I thought he put in a. I thought even if he wasn't the best player on the pitch, he always put a shift in. And I think if we still had Hendo at the club, I think he would. I think he was a better leader because he was more central. Nothing against Big V, nothing at all against Big V as captain. I just think a central midfielder should always be captain because everybody can hear him at the front and everyone can hear him at the back. Hendo always put a shift in. Like I said, if he wasn't the best player on the pitch, he ran his heart out. He closed players down. He put an effort in. I sometimes look at McAllister and think, you know, you are a fantastic player on the ball. But I also think sometimes McAllister just stands around or just walks around like... You know what I mean? Yeah, but he's like 35 years old. Yeah, but dude, for the young players, Hendo is that kind of player. Even if he wasn't constantly played and came on as an impact player. I think we were more stronger as a midfield with Hendo, with Jordan playing. And I genuinely think, even at this age, like if we were like 1-0 up now, 85th minute, and you brought Hendo on to try and, you know, secure up the midfield, I think we'd be a lot stronger unit trying to nick these wins that we end up like Fulham, prime example. Score a goal, Cody Gakpo celebrates like Richarlison. And then we concede 30 seconds later because the midfield just let him. I mean, the Fulham player was completely open. Alright, it was a worldie from the Fulham player, don't get me wrong. But I don't think that would have happened if we had a stronger midfield. Someone who was a little bit more communicative. It's like if Bruno Fernandes leaves United. United will just fall to bits. He's by far their best player. Even when he is stood on the field waving his arms around like a girl, he's still their best player. Yeah, basically that's it. Put the older legs there. But even just to have someone like Jordan in the training camp with the young players, you know, the way he was as a captain, I do think he was a fantastic player. And I just think, you know, same with like James Milner. James Milner's presence. Like, we sold him. He was like, oh yeah, but James Milner's too old now. He won the fitness test every single year. Even against the young lads, he still smashed the fitness. You know that fitness thing that Liverpool used to do at the start of every single season? He used to win it even as the oldest player in the bloody team. And I do sometimes think, like right now, we are going to be struggling for a right back. Milner would have been that fantastic player. He never moaned when he was on the bench. He never moaned. Right now, he could be playing right back. Especially with Bradley out for the rest of the season. I do have a farm sim stick, but I do prefer to use the side panel instead. I just think the side panel's so much nicer than the farm stick. Sorry guys, I was just taking that vitamin. I was just taking my vitamin. Right, so we've got to go up here and follow the road around to 21. Bobby Firmino, si senor. Give the ball to Bobby and he'll score. Remember that time at Leicester? He wasn't even playing. You know what I mean? He wasn't even on the bench. He was just part of the Liverpool squad, and we sang that song in the Leicester fans. In the Leicester stand for like 65 minutes. Even Leicester fans were like, that is dedication, guys. Bobby was a link-up player I think we miss right now. You know what I think? I get a lot of hate whenever I talk about this, like on social media and stuff, but we need a link-up player between midfield and like Ekitike. And I genuinely think Chiesa is that person. Have you seen Chiesa on the ball? He is absolutely fantastic. This is... Hang on a minute. Why? What? Why did I take... Why did I take a stone picking contract? Yeah, I don't understand that one, guys. Why did I take a stone picking contract? I must have done it without realising. Yeah, to be fair, Jota, bless him. Rest in peace, Mr. Jota. How many times did Jota come off the bench and made sure we didn't lose or even draw? He'd come on and score the winner. I do. But then again, saying that, I was always a massive fan of Nunes. Yeah, I loved Darwin. I thought Darwin, even when he wasn't playing great, like scoring, I mean, he was like Hendo. He put in a shift. He didn't stop running. He chased balls down, chased keepers down. Do you know what I mean? He had two goals in his Liverpool career just from closing the goalkeeper down. You know what I mean? I think he was a big miss. And with Isaac out for God knows how long. I don't know. I think Liverpool were just too eager to sell some players. I think we'd have been better keeping some of the players and having a bigger squad. And I'll never forget the double against Newcastle. Oh. Yeah, I just feel like we could do with a player like that. Then again, saying that, bring Nunes back on loan for the rest of the season. He'll come back for a season. We need summer because Ekitike, look at us against Fulham when we had no Ekitike, no Isaac, no Nunes, no Jota, no Bobby. Like I say, I won't say much on Salah at the moment. I think Salah's been shit since January last year, so... And I think he had every right to be dropped. And I think it's his little social media paddy. Yeah, I don't like players like that. I think he needs to leave the club. I get a lot of hate for that one as well. But at the end of the day, if you got dropped, Salah, because you were shit. You know what I mean? Oh, well, I'm going to go to social media and call everybody out. Well, I don't like that. I get call people out if you were on the bench for 6 months. Like, if you were Chiesa and Chiesa spoke out and said, well, look, you know, I'm not being funny, but I deserve more game time. Fair enough. Because when he comes on, he does play well. And I do like Chiesa. I think he's technically, like, as in, technically a very, very technical player. But Salah's been playing crap for months. Like I say, I don't think Salah's played well since last January. I think he's had quite a few lucky goals. And he's not as quick as he was, which is fair enough. But yeah, I don't think he's played very well for about 12 months. Yeah, but the problem is with AFCON, dude, is that the AFCON's a slower game. And he'll prove that when he comes back and he's not very good again. Like, if Salah went to Germany right now, or the Spanish League, that's a lot slower, he'd be brilliant. The Premier League is just, I don't know, I don't want to say like his legs have gone, but he hasn't got the pace he once has, and I genuinely think the thing I find with Salah is, because he's not as quick as he was, he doesn't play any different. He still tries to be the same player, but he's no longer quick or as quick as he was, and players can just keep up with him now. Press him and he just loses the ball. Speaking of Newcastle, Isak has been useless so far. Yeah. I had high hopes for Isak coming to the club. Ekitike is the one that surprised me the most. He's been absolutely unreal. Where would we be if we didn't have Ekitike? Yeah, I had a lot more high hopes for Isak. I don't think the little injuries he's had helped as well, and then now he's got this big massive injury that's pretty much him out for the rest of the season, isn't it? I don't think any of that has helped. Right, yeah, a lot more weeding again today, guys, but at least this is covering the bills, you know what I mean? I think Salah's just got a little pal. But don't forget though, guys, Salah was only a one-season wonder. Apart from he did it every season for 9 years. Yeah, Salah at the last season got off to a brilliant start. January came round and I don't know, I just feel like he hasn't been very good since January last year, and I've said it to the Dragon Lady all for a year, so he's not playing well. Now Dragon Lady won't have a bad word said about Salah. Just like you say one my bad thing and I'll divorce, and it's like, well, I can't help it, I think he's been shite for a year. But sometimes players do just need a rest, you know what I mean? He was playing 90 minutes week in, week out for a decade. You know what I mean? He's getting older. Of course, things are going to change. Yo, thank you for the follow. Of course, you know, you're going to have to kind of slow your game down and things like that. Bloody hell, I can't run to the top of stairs anymore without being knackered. Granted, my house is 4 stories tall, but again, I can't get to the 4th story without being knackered. I used to run 1.5 mile in 12 minutes. You know what I mean? Now I can't even run up the stairs, 4 flights of stairs without being knackered. Because I got old. One more after this. We might get another one pop up now we've done that previous one. Don't really know how many contracts there is going to be to do. Yeah, that is this is a very small field. This one does not take long to do it all. Does not take long to do. I won't be a minute, guys. Need to check something. Wow. Yeah, sorry guys, I was just checking something. My radiator went off an hour ago. They're still burning hot. Give me a second. Very strange. My heating's not on yet. My boiler's fired up. I wonder if... very strange. Yeah, I don't need the heating on. My house is like 19.2 degrees. I'm sweating. Right, 96, 97, 98, 99 maybe. That didn't go to 99. Right, so that tiny little bit right ahead is a full 2% apparently. I don't really see it, to be honest, but yeah. It is what it is. There we go. If we cash both of these contracts in, we might get a couple more jobs pop up. I know Field 33 is a big weeding contract. I told you we would get more come up. 38 has just come up, and that is right up. That is pretty much next door but one to us. Yeah, I don't like doing this many weeding contracts. I say we do a lot of weeding contracts on this series. We don't get many fertilizing contracts because of precision farming. That's the problem, guys. Our biggest source of income is from contracts at the moment. It's just the hoeing contract. Without them, we'd be bankrupt. Right, let's get this one done. So yeah, this one definitely won't take long. Yeah, we've got to do these contracts, like I say, in order to do like fertilizing contracts, we'd have to turn precision farming off. the precision farming really does screw us for fertilizing contracts. Other than like 1 or 2 a year, if we turned precision farming off, there'd be like 20, 30 fields a year. I don't know what it is with precision farming that kind of limits the amount of fertilizing you do, but it really does. Hence why we do the weeding contracts instead, because at least the weeding contracts are worth doing. There's old Smokeless. The Smokeless steam train, guys. It's also soundless as well. Yeah, it was a bug originally on the map that got fixed, but in order to fix it, first time you save, and I was too far into this live stream to warrant. Guys, there's our windmill. There's our windmill. That's our bloody windmill. Right, I'm going to start over in this corner because it's a bit hard to judge where to go at the moment. Not really sure where we've been and where we haven't been. Literally impossible to tell. I don't think it helps. We should really be going across the field rather than up and down, but every time we do a turnaround, that's just going to slow us down, so we'll just go this way, try and wing it this way best we can. I think that's a massive overlap there. I think there's a... I don't want to say it's like a line, but I think somewhere along here. We're just going to have to wing it until we get it completed. We are over halfway done though. We are at least killing weeds. How many we're killing at once is a different story, but we are actually killing some. Or pulling them out, or whatever terminology you want to use. I've really messed this field up, to be honest. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is the 4th row here. Definitely don't want to be there. I want to be heading more towards that gate, if anything. I think this is about the angle. Like I say, I can't see a bloody thing this way. I need to go across the field, but yeah, it takes too long. Every turnaround you do just slows you down. These are just longer rows. The downside is I just don't know if I'm getting them or not. I don't feel like I am. Like that one row then was 1%. I don't think it should have been. Right, this is 3% already, 4% already. Either way, we're 87% done. As long as we get to the end of that field, doesn't matter if it's a bad overlap, we'll get there eventually. Yeah guys, we've been live for 1 hour and 24 minutes already. That is like half of our stream time almost over already. That is crazy. That is it. Another one done. Let's have a look down here. We've been not keeping an eye on the shop. That is very nice. It's not the quickest thing in the world, but that is very, very nice indeed. Right, that is another big job done then. I just realised my microphone was in completely the wrong spot as well. But yeah, that was another massive contract done. So no, sorry, 33 is the massive one. 5 grand for one. Why are you on Farm Sim 22? I'm not on Farm Sim 22. I'm on the new one. $31. We're going to 33, so we might as well do 31 on the way past. Yeah, I know what TikTok says, but I can't. It won't change. I did change it, and yeah. I did update the stream titles. Nice to see it hasn't worked. Is there another way to do it? Oh, there you go. It's done it. It's done it this time. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It just wouldn't change earlier, but now apparently it's changed. Oh, I don't know. Like I say, TikTok at the moment just pisses me off. Now it ever fucking works on it. Right, so that's there. So yeah, we basically just got to come all this way now, up here and do 33 and 31. And that takes us back towards the farm. But we have nearly got enough money in the bank to justify buying the big field. I just don't know if we should. The thing is, if we buy the big field, we can always use one of the smaller ones as the grass field. It doesn't really matter which way around we do it, but we do need to get grass before the end of this year. If we get a grass field, guys, we can finally buy some cows. Can't buy cows until we buy the grass field. That was the rules we set at the beginning. Right, won't be a second. Yeah, like I changed my stream title. And I changed the yes, it's ridiculous. Like the title says Farm Sim 25 now, but that's not even what the stream title was. But yeah, it didn't even bother to change any of my details at all. Alright, let's see how long it is now before TikTok ban me, because my stream title is TikTok Studio Sucks. I'm sorry, but speaking the truth doesn't mean it's a ban-worthy offence. TikTok Live Studio is absolutely shocking. Hence why we try and find other ways to restream to TikTok, like we have done today. But yeah, if I'm never not live, guys, Monday to Friday, always check out my Twitch channels, because I might still be live. It just might be a ban. And it's not like I can tell you all if I was banned from live streaming on TikTok. Yeah, Monday to Friday, 9 till about 12. Depending on how popular the streams are, that is when we are live. Oh, this is a long drive up this hill. It's going to take a while. think it's this way. Yes. Oh god. Hundreds of hours into this map and I still don't know my way around. It's atrocious, to be honest. And this is... Oh, yeah, it's this field. I remember this field. This is a massive field. Well, there's one thing. At least we can see the weeds. We know where to go this time. But yeah, we'll get one headland done and kind of see what we're doing from there, really. Nice when you do one bit and you're already at 8%. Wow, 22%. Nice. Just from a headland. I've still got this bit here to go. This might be like 30%. That'll be... Can you imagine that? A third of the field done just from one headland. That's crazy. 29. 30. Wow, that is cool. 31. Yeah, that is crazy, 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 crazy. My Amazon packages will be delivered in the next 2 hours, apparently. Yeah, we all know Amazon. They give you a time. They give you a time when they're going to deliver, and then they'll appear 2 hours after that. This, though, guys, is looking very nice indeed. Oh, God, I'm tired. I'm bloody tired today. Got to get the right angle though when coming in this direction, otherwise the sun kind of makes it a little bit more difficult to see. Oh, is it bad? I really fancy a biscuit. I best not say that too loud, my dog will bit me door. I heard the word biscuit. Yeah, we did miss a couple of little bits. There, right where I'm going over now. And hopefully that is gonna solve that. Do not want to be missing any bits. We just want to get these jobs done as quickly as we can. Yeah, I'm very tempted about saving the money and actually just selling one of our smaller fields. Buying the bigger one. Now I know the bigger field isn't got as much of a yield return compared to the big one, compared to the small one, but I'm thinking the bigger field's just going to be easy to manage. I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. Wow, this is taking a lot longer than I thought. Especially with how quick we got to that first 30, like 3%. This is crazy. Need to have a little check on the castle as well. Yeah, we've only got one more weeding after this. I don't think I'll do any more weeding. It's nice just to go out though. If you're going to leave the farm with the weeder, you want to do as many as you can to make it worth your while. Otherwise you end up just driving around doing like one field here, one field there. At least if you kind of get like a little bit of a, right, well, we did all these fields. Kind of loop it round back to the farm. 98, 99, and we're done. Wow, that was a lot of field we didn't have to do. And that was a nice £5,000. But yeah, let me just... Right, so he's only halfway through. Cement bags. Yes, we don't have enough cement bags, guys. We do have to go and get cement bags. That's annoying. It says we're one short on the cement bags. One. Spending several £1,000s by basically one cement bag is atrocious, to be honest. Right, one last weeding contract, which is this field here on the right. Oh, I thought he was going to turn this way then. I genuinely thought he was going to turn this way. Right, so one headland will take us to the inside of that tram line. When you're in the stream? I don't know, to be fair, pal. They normally say about 12 o'clock UK time, but I'm kind of running out of things to do today. Just with that, I'm being absolutely worn out. I don't know, I was maybe thinking of ending a bit earlier today. Alright, what percentage are we going to be on when we complete this one? We're at 25 already. Yeah, what it is my room's massively warm, and it's really just making me very sleepy. Between having a really shitty weekend and like not sleeping, like last night was worse than it's been in a while. I'm just proper exhausted today and proper sleepy, but the warm room doesn't help. It's just making me so dozy. Why I'm not as chatty. The problem is if I go to sleep, if I go and have a nap, try and perk myself up a little bit. The problem I've got then is I won't sleep tonight because I won't be tired. I run on very little sleep as it is, but last night was really bad. Right, we were halfway through this field apparently. Yeah, I got football tonight. That'll wake me up when I'm shouting at the telly. When I'm calling for slot to be fired. I literally can't see a freaking thing. I can see the weeds here, but now I don't know if I'm going to actually hit them with the weeder. All we can do really, at least I can see him. If we have a massive overlap, there's not really much I can do about that, and if there is and if I miss any, at least we can go back and do them. Missed the odd one. Don't think we'll need to do every single one though, to be fair. We might get away with we've only got 10% more left to do, like. Yeah, we'll go and take a cement bag. Right, so we have missed quite a bit somewhere on this field. Struggling to see him, that's the problem. Oh, we got off to such a great start. I only need 2%, that's the worst thing. $99. Ah, that wasn't even the row I was going for. I was just doing it because I saw it. So that's how many weeds were left over, and it still said we completed it. So that is now us on 183,500 pounds. I already know now if I clear these jobs, there will be more weeding contracts. There you go, 39. But why didn't 39 come up sooner when we were in the area? I'm not going all the way back to 39. It just makes absolute 0 point. 0 cents. So no point. And there she is, guys. Our little farm. She's growing. Week by week, she gets a little bit bigger. We do need to get some buildings, though. But while I'm trying to buy fields earn us money. Buildings earn us debt. Of course, then we won't have any money to actually put into the farm. Got a lot of trees, though, around the edge of this field here at the bottom, field 16. I do believe all these fields are ours. Yeah, every single one of those trees there is ours. I wonder if it's worth trying to get some trees from up here into a sawmill. There's a lot of money in trees, and we might be able to make field 16 bigger. We don't even have to put the trees into the sawmill. I suppose we could just clean them up and sell them for the carpentry. I couldn't think of the word carpentry. I don't know if it's worth taking anything else while we're going to the warehouse. I suppose we could get a couple of castle stone while we're there. We're not really sure if we need them or not, but I don't know. Let's figure out what's running low, because we don't know what we're going to need in the final 10 stages. So we need cement bags. Yeah, we're now 2 behind apparently. We need... Let's get 3 castle stone and 2 cement bags, or 3 of each or whatever. Let's try and do something like that, because I do definitely think we're going to use some more castle stone. I also want to just double check the price of the soya beans. Are at 124 now, guys. We are going up 110. So yeah. We'll be selling the soybeans first thing in the morning. Tomorrow's stream. Actually, to be honest, I really need to get playing other games. There we go. So yeah, we'll get 3 bags. I think we'll get 3 of each. We'll get paid some money back for it anyway, so it's not the end of the world. We'll only lose a little bit. Cement bags 3. And castle stone. No, it's a cement block. Castle stone, 3 of those as well. So we spent 10 grand. We spent 10 grand. Lovely. I didn't even press a button then to let go of that. It did it anyway. That's crazy. Let's get this delivered. Right, there we go. Like I say, 3,000 of each up to the castle. Oh. Yeah, welcome in everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I might deliver these, I might call it quits because like I said, I'm feeling a bit crappy at the moment. My room's too warm, but I can't open a window because it's literally freezing outside, and then it'll be too cold in here. I'm already sat in a t-shirt. My radiators are still warm and the heat went off 90 minutes ago. That's the problem when you've got like 500 litres of water in your heating system. It takes forever to get warm, but it takes forever to cool down as well. Come on, little tractor, you can get up this hill. Got all the speed and power in the world. In fairness, though, it does get a little bit steeper. Alright, so that cost us about 10 grand. Or 7,800, 4,800, sorry, on each load. So if we can figure out roughly what we're going to make back. Yeah, so we did lose a couple of grand, but we do get environmental score bonus, which helps bring some of the income back as well. Let's call that 8 grand. I tell you what, we only lost about $1 grand on that. I don't think that was too bad at all. To only lose a grand, not bad at all. Something else has come up in the discount shop. We have done a very bad job today, actually, of keeping an eye on the discount shop. Could have been checking it like every hour, but we weren't. Yeah, to be honest with you guys, I think I'm going to call this because I'm just feeling proper dreadful at the moment. And I don't want to keep feeling this dreadful and still be playing games, to be honest. Getting really, really crappy. Come on, New Holland, let's hurry up. Back to the farm we go. took forever, that. It really did. It took forever to get there and back. Right, I'll tell you one thing we do need to do though. We normally leave the New Holland by the sawmill, but at the beginning of the next episode we are going to have to. I'll tell you what we are going to have to do. Actually, I just thought then. Oh, is that even going to be a thing? Is that going to be possible? I'm just thinking. I'm kind of thinking, but I'm kind of thinking out loud. There's 106, so I need to put 40,000 litres into this sawmill. The problem is next month, we are going to be harvesting next month, guys. That's going to be the thing. In the next farm sim stream, we'll be harvesting at least 3 or 4 fields. I can't remember what. Everything went in on the right day. So we'll be doing barley. Just barley. So we'll only be harvesting 1 field then next episode. I think that's just 1 episode. Yes, we didn't plant anything in 18. We're waiting to put a winter crop in there. So we've only got one. We've got 1 wheat, 1 barley, 1 oat. Yeah, because I was trying to buy this field. Like, if I was to buy this field, this would actually be a decent barley field to harvest. Problem is, I believe that's going to be ready. It's going to be ready next month. If I don't buy that next month, I won't get it to do. And that field is £307,000. Now, in theory, if I just go back to the farm a second. We've got guys, this silo's broke again, guys. This silo's broke. Silo is broke again. That's what. Where's my soybeans? This silo is absolutely horrible. I might sell it and get something else because this one is horrible. I've got soybeans in there, guys. I genuinely have soybeans. I'm going to have to get the trailer out before I end. And if not, I'm going to have to go through the videos and figure out what's gone wrong and where. And why is it saying I've got 30,000 litres of wheat? That should be 30,000 litres of soybean. I don't have 30,000 litres of wheat. If I had 30,000 litres of wheat sat in there, guys, it would be in the freaking windmill. Wow. It's lost my... Oh, wow. Right. So, yeah, I need to try and look into that as well, guys. Because I've got soybean to sell. It's not wheat, it's soybean. Yeah. So the game... So this map has once again bugged out. Turned my 30,000 litres of soybean into 30,000 litres of wheat. It's also got 3 empty slots. And it's got wheat in all 3 of them. Which it should not have. This is annoying. This is so annoying. But yeah, right, guys, I'm gonna end it here, and until next time, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all later on.